Okay, so we are done with the modeling and we are done with preparing it for 3D print. So now it is to do the presentation, right? If you want to sell your model, maybe not sell it, but still, we have worked so hard. Let's actually do a render, right? So in order to do that, we're gonna have to paint it, and the way we're gonna be painting it is actually going to be using the multiple ways of doing the same stuff. So let's actually just split the view, and make it a shader editor. The thing is, we gonna have to create the material first. And in order to do that, I'm just going to use an HDRI. By the way, if you don't know how to use an HDRI, then you basically just do it like this. I'm not even going to explain because I am, a bad teacher. So let's actually go into the render viewport. The idea is okay. Let's just switch to cycles, and you can notice that my audio got changed. So the reason for that is the audio actually got corrupted, and now I have to do a commentary over this video. I am a bit too lazy to re-record all the videos. I'm just going to do a commentary over it. And what we are gonna do, we are gonna be creating this whole material thing with different methods. So first thing first, we're gonna be doing the patches. And for the patches, it is pretty simple. We are just going to choose a color, and that color is going to be brown. So you're gonna see that I am not really going to do any of the node stuff. I am just keeping everything pretty simple. You can see that I am just choosing a color. So that's what I'm doing right now. And this is the color that I finally end up choosing. Actually, this is not even the color. I think I'm going to change this. Okay, am I changing it? This is gonna be the problem, by the way. I am commentating over it right now, so I don't know what exactly I am gonna be doing in the future. But you can see this is the start, and we have already colored the patches. So now, if you want to, you can increase or decrease the roughness. It is totally up to you. After I am done with this color, I am gonna go to the. Okay, wait. I think I am going to the body, and now we're gonna be doing the body. So for the body, we have multiple things going on. The first thing is gonna be the feet, and the feet are going to be brown in color. So for this, I am not gonna be painting anything, even though I am gonna show you how you would use your Blender's Sculpt Paint brush or Sculpt Paint method. Blender have just recently released the tool where you can paint in Sculpt mode. So we're gonna be using that for the mouth area, but for the legs, we are gonna be using the nodes only. So you're gonna be able to learn the nodes. The idea is pretty simple. We are gonna be creating a mask through the gradient texture. As you can see that I have added the gradient texture, and through that mask we can tell Blender where we want the yellow color for the giraffe and where we want the brown color for the feet. So you can see the gradient is on the y-axis. We need to make sure that the gradient is on the z-axis. And in order to do that, oh, by the way, this is actually me just telling you to enable the node wrangler add-on, because in order to change the mapping of this gradient texture, you have to press Ctrl T on the node selected, and you're gonna be able to add these two nodes called the mapping and the texture coordinate node. And now all you have to do is you have to go into the rotation, and on the X and Z axis put the 90-degree, and it is going to change the axis of the gradient. Okay, so now that we have the gradient on the right axis, we have to increase the contrast. So that's what I'm doing right now. You can just go to the converter and use the color ramp to increase the contrast, as you can see. So this is obviously the commentary, and now I can actually see the stuff that I'm doing, and doing the commentary over my own video is kind of weird. But yeah, I am doing it right now. So yeah, you can see that we have a pretty solid mask now, and the reason that we have increased the contrast is because we didn't wanted any transition between the yellows and the browns that we are going to add. So that's why we had to increase the contrast, and now the color output of the color ramp is going to go into the factor. And now whatever color you put in the A and B slot of the color mix node is going to be the difference. So you're going to see that. You can see whatever you put in the A input is going to be the feeds, and whatever you put in the B is going to be the body color. So in the body color, we are obviously going to be putting the yellows, and in the feet, I am just going to copy the color from the patches. So That's what I'm doing right now. And now you can just put that color into the base color and you're good to go. So yeah, you can clearly see how the mask is working. I really hope that you know this much amount of nodes. By the way, if you don't know that, let me know. I can actually create a video on like the nodes, explaining the nodes. So right now you can see that I'm just trying to figure out the body colors. So yeah, we have the mask, we have the A slot and the B slot. So on the B slot, obviously, I am just filling up the body color. And yeah, this is basically what I'm doing right now. And I must be talking about some stuff at this particular point, but I have no idea what I'm talking about because the audio got corrupted. Now we can do the same thing for the ears. So the ears does actually have paint. No, not right now. I don't think the ears have paint right now. We are going to be painting it though. So don't you worry about it. But first, as you can see, we are going to be painting the body because obviously the body is more important. It's better to have a body than just the ears, right? I mean, imagine having ears but not the body itself. So we are going to be painting the body and we are not going to be painting the face. Actually, I'm saying the body, but actually we are painting the face. We are going to be painting the face not with the exact color of the face, but with the red. The reason we are going to be painting it with red is because we can separate out the red in the future and it is just a mask. Just like we've done with the feet, we are going to be creating a mask, but this time instead of using the black as a color, we are going to be using the red as a color, and we can actually separate out the reds in the notes. So that's basically what the idea is right now. And obviously, I'm going to be showing you the process. So don't you worry if you are like getting confused. The reason we are painting with the red or we are painting with the mask is, let's just say that in the future you want to change the color of the nose. I am going to say this nose, okay? The red part we are painting it. Let's just say that it is a nose. So if you want to change the color of the nose in the future, it's gonna be hard for you to change that because in order to change the color of the nose only, you're gonna have to come back to the sculpt mode and repaint the color. So instead of painting the nose with the color itself, I am painting it with a mask so that that mask can control the color later, just like we've done with the feet. And I've said this 2 times, so I really hope that you understand that. At this particular point, it is pretty simple to understand. I have just painted the border so that I can actually fill up the red and try not to cross the line. By the way, when we were kid, we used to draw like inside the lines. So just follow the same teachings here and you're gonna be good to go. Now we have created a mask with the red. We can actually use either the blues, greens or the black for the nose and the eyes. So in this particular case, I am using the black. You can use the blues or the greens. It is totally up to you. And both of three of these colors are gonna work just fine. In this case, I have chosen the black. I don't know why. Maybe I love the black stuff. I don't actually, but still, I'm using the black for no I've told you, you have options. I've just chosen black. You can just choose whatever color you really like to choose. Okay, so I guess I am gonna wait. Am I going to paint the ears now? No, okay, yeah. I am gonna be painting the ears before I go into material creation. So in this particular case, I remember what I am gonna be talking about. You can just pick this color and just paint the whole ear. But let's just say that you have a bigger object and you don't wanna do that. There is a way to fill this color up, and in order to fill this color you have to go to the where is this the color filter, and then on the filter type just choose the fill, and in the color just choose the color, and then you're going to be able to fill. So the method is still going to be the same, just left click and then drag onto the right, and you're gonna be able to fill the color. So that's pretty simple to fill the color, and now you can actually just start painting. In this case, I have just painted the inside of the ears with the pinkish kind of a color, and then I've just smoothened this out. So you're gonna see that, you can see that I have already chosen the pink color, and now I am just going to paint it in the middle of the ear. So that's basically what the plan is right now. And in order to fix the transition between the pink and the yellows, I am going to be using the color filter again to do the smoothing. But right now you can see that I am doing some weird kind of a job and I have forgotten to enable the symmetry. So I'm going to be undoing it. Obviously, if you have forgotten to do the symmetry, you basically just undo, right? As simple as that. Sometimes you don't have to, sometimes you can just go to the other side and do the same thing again. But in this case you can see that I am in the mesh filter even though I should have been in the color filter, which I am going right now, and just go to the smooth and then just smooth things out. So you can see the transition is now much better. So that's basically what I have just done. And now we have the paint for both the body and the ears. Now we can use the paint. So one thing that I want to say is the paint itself got stored in the color attribute tool. And I am just going to show you right now what the color attribute is. Okay, so I am just adding the space for the nodes, but before I do that, you can see that I am about to show you where the color attribute is, and there it is, just over here. And because these are attributes, we're gonna go into the material, and then we're going to import the attributes. So input attributes you can see on the right, and then color. So this is basically the node that have stored all the painting data that we have done, as you can clearly see. Now we just have to extract the mask from this paint, and we are good to go. We can actually just use the similar method that we've used for the feet in order to paint stuff, and separate color. As you can see, we have separated out the color, and in this case you can either use the green or the blues. Both of them are gonna work fine. It is totally up to you. And we are just gonna be using the green in this situation. And now I'm going to duplicate the mix. So this mix node is again going to be the factor between both of these colors. And now whatever you put in the A is going to be the body color, which means, sorry, the A is going to be the nose color and the B is going to be the body color. That's why you can see the previous body color is in the B now, and now we can just choose the color of the nose, as you can clearly see. So the nose color is going to be pale like this, and kind of desaturated like this. And the only thing that we need to do now is to use the mask again, the black mask, and to use that in order to create the eyes and the nose. So you can see that I am actually doing the same thing. I am basically extracting the black mask from the paint that we have did, and now we have the black for the eyes and the nose, so we can actually use this as a mask again. So you can think about it like layers, but in the nodes. And if you want to actually learn about layering the nodes, I can create a video on this again, because nodes are essentially the layers but more flexible. You get more how do you say it, like more freedom, more flexibility, and more tools. And you can actually just essentially create layers just like you do in Photoshop. So that's basically what you've seen me doing right now. And yeah, this is pretty much it. We have created the material, and I don't know what else am I gonna do. I am, as you can see, just changing the roughness, but the material itself is pretty much done, and that's how you would use your paint in order to create the material. And this is where this video ends. So I am just gonna see you in the next one. Bye bye.